Good morning students, welcome back to your accountancy class. So as usually we are with the fifth chapter of your accountancy. Here we are going to see the trial balance, and with that we are going to search the errors in the accounts. So almost with the trial balance till the previous sessions we have discussed the preparation of the trial balance with the three methods. One was about the total method, one was about the balance method, and third one was the total cum balance method. So almost the three methods with illustrations we have discussed till now. So after this further classes, what all things has to be known by you? See, as you can see the slide, as in the slide it has been told the significance of the trial balance, as we are going to see the agreements of trial balance. So almost that we will be discussing. Before that, as I told you, now errors, everyone accept at least few of the mistakes in any work. See, no one is perfect in this world. Everywhere, wherever you work over there, at least some or the other mistakes you will be doing. What is that we call over? If any of the mistakes which are done in accounts, okay, maintaining the accounts, that time what we call them. So almost as you can see here, significance of trial balance, we'll discuss that further, but before that I want to tell you the errors in accounting. So almost after this significance only this comes, but the more interesting here, see, every time as we maintain the accounts, books of accounts, at least some or the other things will be missing. If we miss that, any one transaction, if we miss or miss figures are there, almost it will be the error. So let's know it, what exactly the errors in accounting means. Okay, then we can go over there, or else the slide one we can complete it and then we can proceed over here. So both way are they here. So as you all can see very clearly the slide, I will go with the slide first. See, significance of the agreements of trial balance. See, let's see. It is important for an accountant that the trial balance should tally. So almost here, see, when you go for the journal accounts, then the ledger accounts, the next part which comes over here is trial balance. See, in this trial balance, almost the debtor column, debit column and credit column should get tally. If it get tallies, it is correct, but not accurate. It will not give you 100% result. Only temporary we can call it. All the accounts which are being maintained are correct. Some or the other way you will find any of the mistakes only over there. So whenever you remove the trial balance, what has to be happen over here? The balance of the debit side and the credit side should get tally. Then normally a tally trial balance means the both side debit and credit entries have been made correctly of each transaction. See, whatever the transactions take place, both the things, it is debited or credited, both answers should get tallied. That's what the we feel it as a accurate work. Okay, then however, as stated earlier, the agreement of trial balance is not an absolute proof for accuracy of accounting records. So almost as I told you, however you maintain the accounts, books of account, it will not be accurate. If it is getting tally, okay, if it is getting tally in that trial balance also, some or the other thing will be differing. Differing means some or the other information you will get missed only, or some of the time what happens, leaving few of the concepts you may get answer tallied also. So it cannot prove that it is 100% accurate. So these things has to be known by you. Then further, a tallied trial balance only proves a certain extent that the posting of the ledger is arithmetically correct. Almost see what it proves, it is just contents, whatever are there, certain contents are posted from the ledger accounts to the trial balance are arithmetically correct, that's it. Then but it is, but it does not guarantee that the entries itself is correct. So almost see what happens, compound entries also are there. Okay, that time some of the time what happens, one or the other things will be missing, or some of the time if any of the commissions are there, or if any of the times discounts are there, some or the other entry what you do, directly the amount you will be writing there, discounted amount you will not show only, the error occurs. That is what I have written here, errors in accounting. So soon after this, by knowing this, when the trial balance is tallied, you feel that it is accurate, but it cannot prove that it is correct. Some or the other thing, just I am giving the example like commission, or let's go for the discounts. Some of the time what happens, discounting amount will be there, as usually we have seen in the previous classes. We have discussed the postings have been made to the ledger. That time we remove the ledger account separately for the discounts. If any of the things are missed, which is some of the times we never record that kind of transactions, we forget. If this amount is small, that time we forget the amount to enter in the trial balance, so that will affect to the trial balance. Both the answers will not get tallied. Then there can be errors, obviously. When there is not perfectly, we cannot guarantee that it means what, there will be some or the other errors, then which affect the quality of the debts and the credits. Then there can be errors which do not affect the equality of debits and credits. See, some of the errors will be there, some of the time it will not affect that trial balance, both the answers you will get tallied, but we need to find out that. So that only we are going to go with the next concept. So let's move further here and see this significance, what all things are there. So some common errors include the following, which are the errors which may come over, that are been listed over here. So let's see what all the errors are there. See, first thing, as you can see over here, I will combine here. See, here we are going to see the errors first. Some of the common errors are there. Know first, let's we know the things. Errors in accounting means what first? What we mean by error in accounting, then meaning of account, error in accounting we'll see, and then we'll see that points. Okay, so first here, as you can see here, errors in accounting. In the process of recording a large number of transactions in the books of account, obviously there are the large number of transactions which take place in the day-to-day business life. When the business, it is not going to stick with 4 to 5 transactions and all. Day-to-day transaction means it will be large in numbers. It may go for 20, 50, hundreds of transactions. We can't say any of the transactions are only few of the things and we can record. No. Now, it depends which business you are running and how many transactions take place over. Maximally daily, at least 10 to 20 transactions are taking place. Okay. That time it cannot be taken lightly. Okay. For that purpose, what it means over here, all the books, all the large number of transactions are recorded in the books of accounts. Which are the books of account first? Journal and then the ledger. The records which are being maintained by the accountant or the bookkeeper is none other than the journal and the ledger. Then we'll go for the further things, just like soon after this journal, ledger, account, cash book we saw, after that sales book, all the things we saw. Now we are dealing with the trial balance. We'll go for the trial balance. See, this is a step by step work. So let's see the journal and the ledger. Errors are likely to creep on. See, almost however you maintain accuracy, if you try to make accuracy, one or the other error will be stick with that. Just like I gave you the example, if the goods are being sold on discount, just like small amount is there, and it is missed, just like you have not maintained it, you forgot it, means what, the errors are there only. What happens, just you be seeing the main amount, you will not see the entries which take place over there. That time what happens, if the journal entry of that discount is missed, means directly you are going to get the errors in the accounts. So almost errors are likely to keep in. These errors may be either due to the negligence of the bookkeeper. So almost, as I told you, the accountant, the bookkeeper, what he does, see, some of the time he will be seeing the big figures only, small figures, just like the discounts you got, just like the amount of 900 or 2000 or small amounts. If it is dealings are made in lakhs, in crores, the transactions are taking place, small amounts, you will not be looking for that. So what happens, these errors can be due to the negligence of the bookkeeper. As I will marker, errors may be either due to the negligence of the bookkeeper, that is one of the reason, or due to adequate knowledge of accounting principles. Some of the time what happens, the bookkeeper or the accountant will not have full knowledge about it. So that time, due to the lack of knowledge, we can call over here lack of knowledge or inadequate knowledge. For these words, you can call lack of knowledge as well. So due to this reason, the errors will get into accounts. That is what the most important thing. Okay, what it means over here, I will repeat one more time. In the process of recording large number of transactions in the books of accounts, journal, that is journal and ledger, errors are likely to creep in. Obviously, there will be the errors. These errors may be either due to the negligence of the bookkeeper, the person who keeps the records, books of accounts, maintain the books of account, due to his negligence, or else inadequate knowledge. Some of the time what happens, they will not have full knowledge. That time the errors may come over here. So these parts get over, errors in the accounting. Now what it means exactly? What it means, the meaning of the errors in accounting. So here, as you can see, errors in accounting means unit, unintentional, sorry, not unit, unintentional mistake committed by the bookkeeper in the books of account. Unintentional means what? Due to the workload also, some of the time what happens, you will be maintaining all the records, and if there is a shortage of time, what happens over here, just he will be highlighting big points and he will be mentioning the accounts small. Here see, unintentional word matters here a lot. What happens over here, you will neglect some of the small amounts also, negligence we can call. Unintentional means you will not think I should do error, but uncertainly it happens. That means what? Unintentional. You will not be, you will be focusing whole the things, whole of the accounts, all the transactions of the account should be maintained, but some of the time what happens over here, due to some unexpected things, he forgot. Unintentional word, mistake committed by the bookkeeper in the books of account. What it means here, errors in accounting means unintentional mistake committed by the bookkeeper in the books of account. That's it. Now which are these error, we can see over there. So almost this gets over here, the meaning and the what it means, what is the errors in account and what is the meaning of errors in account we have discussed. So let's see few of the common errors which comes in the books of accounts, not books of account, but obviously in the accounting. So here the first thing, error in totaling the debit and the credit balance of the trial balance. Obviously when we will be maintaining the trial balance, some of the errors may come in the maintaining, means totaling time of the debit column and the credit column, due to some of the entry missed. If any of the transaction is missed, you will be getting in the errors in the totaling. Then secondly, errors in totaling of subsidiary books. Now see, till now we have maintained the subsidiary book while preparing the trial balance. Three methods we saw. Now the subsidiary books which are been maintained, that time if any of the amounts are missing, even that will make a error here. Error means what? There will be a mistake in the trial balance. It will not get tallied. Why? Because we are going to take all the total amounts or the balance amount from the ledger accounts only. So in the subsidiary books of account, it will be, if there is error in the trial balance, also it will be getting the error itself. Then errors in posting the total of the subsidiary books. See, almost what happens over here, when single transactions are being taken, only the single transaction, the balance will be shown over there. That while totaling, that time some of the errors may come over there. Taking the subsidiary books of account, while totaling some of that amounts, if you miss over there, even that total, if it is missing, the trial balance total also will miss here. Then Errors in showing account balances in wrong column of the trial balance or in the wrong amount. See what happens here, we are talking about two methods. Main exactly two methods are there. One is the total balance method and total method, and one is balance method. Two methods. And third one is the total cum balance method. Now here what happens over here, wrong column amount entry if you have done the entry, if you are having lack of knowledge, that is what, due to the adequate knowledge, inadequate knowledge, or lack of knowledge, what happens, lack of knowledge you can call over there. That time what happens, you do, it should be taken in the debit column or credit column if you have confusions. Okay, due to that lack of knowledge only the mistakes will come into existence. So that time if it is should be maintained in the debit column, if you are taking it to the credit column, is obviously it comes or wrong, means it is errors occurs over there. Then omission in showing a account balance in the trial balance. See, omission of accounts, then commission of accounts, we are going to discuss in the next slides in detail, so I will not highlight that things. I'll tell you all later on that point, the word omission. Then errors in calculating the ledger account balance. See what happens over here, ledger accounts, when we will be removing over here, that time the balance carried down, you will be mentioning. If that time, if any of the entries are missing, obviously the trial balance will go wrong. That will be the error over here. Then error while preparing a journal entry. See, even it is most important, the first part, when you will be maintaining the books of account, the first entries which you make are none other than the journal entries. Okay, if you are doing mistakes in this journal entry, even this ledger account also will get affected. Even that, after that you are going to get affected in the trial balance. This is what the error occurs. So if this is correct, this also be correct, then after this you are going to come to the trial balance. Almost the trial balance also will get correct. Then errors in recording a transaction in journal, making reverse entry, that is account to be debited is credited and account to be credited is debited. See, some of the times, what, as I told you, as I was asking you the questions, why the sales, okay, we should take in a credit column, why not in a debit column? As when I raised the question in the previous session, you told the sales should be taken in debit, but we have not taken that amount in debit. Why we have not taken? See, these are the things. Some of the time what you do, the debit column amount you will be placing in the credit column amount, okay, or credit column amount you will be placing in the debit column amount. So that time obviously there will be a error over here. So these are the mistakes what the bookkeeper does. So we call here as a errors in accounting. Then lastly, errors in recording a transaction in the subsidiary books with the wrong name or the wrong amount. Obviously, see what happens here, whenever you will be passing out the journal entry, whenever we making the journal entries, when we post it to the ledger accounts, that time what happens, the name which is been there, just like if it is Rohan's Capital, if it is Rahul's Capital, Rohan's Capital is entries will be put in Rahul's in Rohan's and Rohan's in Rahul's. This kind of errors also will come over here. That is what the in the subsidiary books of account, if you are removing the this kind of accounts, some of the misplacement of entries also will take place. So let's move further. Here, as I told you, I will tell you the error of omission in the next slide. These are the slides. These are the classifications of errors. See, almost in the classification of errors, you are going to know the main errors which occurs in the books of, not books of account, but in the rectification of accounts. So here, rectification of errors. See how the errors will take place and how we are going to solve all the errors that we are going to discuss here. So keeping in your view the nature of errors, all the errors can be classified in the following four categories. These are the following 4 categories, keeping the nature of errors in mind. See, whenever we should prepare, whenever we will be preparing the books of account, what kind of errors will come into existence, that we need to keep in our mind. So that is what common, some of the common errors as we saw in the previous slide. So now here, which kind of errors will be coming, that are been mentioned over here. First, errors of commission. Second, the errors of omission. Third, errors of principal. Then compensating errors. So one by one we will discuss these errors back to back. Let's see what exactly it means. Here, first it comes to the error of commission. What error you are going to get in the error of commission? Here it is. See, these are the errors which are committed due to the wrong posting of transaction, wrong totaling, wrong balancing of the accounts, wrong casting of the subsidiary books, or wrong recording of the amounts in the books of original entry. That's it. What the errors of commission means, what exactly it means? See, even the example is there, but if you see the things, how the errors of commission will come into existence, here it is mentioned: posting of transaction, wrong posting of transaction, which take place almost the journal entry when you pass, in which ledger account we have to post it. If you miss that, the error comes over here. See, let's see if one of the example also has been there here. Raj Hans Traders paid 25,000 rupees to Patel Traders, a supplier of goods. This transaction was correctly recorded in the cash book, but while posting in the ledger, Pritpal account was debited with 2,500. See, wrong amount entry. What it is? Wrong amount entry. 2,000, 25,000, the amount is there. But what amount they have mentioned over there? 2,500 only. Means how much? There is an error of amount. 22,500 is missing. See, as you can see over here, see, the amount 25,000, it has been told, rupees 25,000 he has paid. But while posting the entry to the ledger account, how much it is been written? 2,500. This is what one of the error which comes over here. Errors of commission means what? Wrong posting of entries, wrong totaling, or wrong balancing of the accounts, or wrong casting of the subsidiary books, or wrong recording of amounts. So here what we got over here? Wrong recording of amounts. We call it as a what? Which entry we call this? Errors of commission. Which error we call for this? Errors of commission it is. So here 2,500 only. This constitutes an error of commission. Such an error by definition is a clerical nature, and most of the errors of the commission effect in the trial balance. So see, almost as you can see over here, what it is, when we call, what nature it is? Clerical error. See, almost the accounts are totally divided into various forms, just like clerical errors are subdivided. See, in this slide, the errors what we have taken, it has one more headings as well. These are the subheading points. The main heading comes like clerical errors. Actually, we call these, few of them of this are clerical errors. Which are that clerical errors? Means errors of commission, errors of omission, and compensating errors. These three are clerical errors. And one more, errors of principle is different. Okay, that comes under the, on the basis of nature of errors. Error of principle is nature of errors, and remaining three are clerical errors. So here we have taken it commonly. Okay, so here, as you may be getting the idea about this, what exactly the error of commission means. Commission, what we means exactly in general, what we call over, the commission which is paid to the agents. It is not that commission. Okay, so the words which are being used, don't go with a wrong thinking. This commission, error of commission is different, and that the agents which are given on the selling of number of goods, that commission is different. So here error of commission. These are the errors which are committed due to the wrong posting of transaction, the wrong posting. After the journal entries are passed, when you are going to post it to the ledger accounts, wrong posting, then wrong totaling when you will be making the totaling of account, then wrong balancing of the accounts, then wrong casting of the subsidiary books, then wrong recording of the amounts. Here, what we have found over here, wrong recording of amounts. So these points has to be kept in your mind. Okay. Some of the time, what happens whenever you will be making the accounts, this, if you don't have any of the knowledge about this of the accounts, errors or the principles of the account or the rules of account, you are not going to get any of the things to know. So for maintaining the accounts, or knowing maintaining the accounts, or knowing this account subject, this knowledge has to be done. First, rules of accounts should be known by you. What happens when the things get changes, that you, if you are knowing, it is well versed enough. And when this trial balance and now the bookkeeper, the accountant, this knowledge he has to have. So the first which is we are discussing over here is a error of commission. So here, even we, as we can see in the example, you will get a idea about it, how the things will go wrong. That is what Rajhans traders paid rupees 25,000 to Preetpal traders for the supply of goods. The transaction was correctly recorded in the cash book, but the posting in the ledger was wrong. Posting in the ledger was wrong. Posting the transaction got wrong. How much error it is? Now, if you see 25,000, it should be the amount, but 2,500 means 22,500. There is a error of amount. How much? 22,500 is the error. So Preetpal's account is debited with rupees 2,500. So here we are getting the error. This constitutes the error of commission. Such an error is defined as a clerical error. So this we call here as a clerical error as well by nature. Then most of the errors of commission affect to the trial balance. So this kind of errors will affect very badly to the trial balance. We will not get the correct answers. So let's see the next one. As usually, the error of omission. Now, what is this error of omission? We'll see. The error of omission can be committed at a time of recording the transaction in the books of original entry, or while posting to the ledger. This can be of two types. One is a error of complete omission, error of partial omission. See what happens here, which at what time we'll make this error. It is totally committed on the time of recording the transaction. See, in the previous sessions, we have discussed many of the times. See, when the transaction take place, some of the time what happens, when the cash is received, that time only the transaction is been recorded. And some of the time what happens, when you have sold the goods on credit also, the amount or the transaction is recorded. The amount whatever is there as a credit, it will be written over there, that they will be the debtors for us, where in future time or date they will be paying for us. So that is what will be recording. So these are the things which makes you the errors. Now in your business, when you sell the goods and when you are going to get the payment after 1 month, you should record it when you sell the goods at that time, or when you receive the goods that time. This makes you the errors. If you are maintaining that in the at the time of the selling of the goods, when you are selling 100 units of goods to ABC person, okay, that time what happens over here, when you receive the cash, that time if you are going to maintain the things, means there will be a error. Why? Because some of the time while closing the accounts, the errors come into existence. So that kind of errors you can call here as a errors of omission. So here errors of omission may be committed at the time of the recording of the transaction. That is what, while recording the transaction, that time you can get the errors in the original books of original entry, or while posting the ledgers. These are of two types. One is what? Error of complete omission, and next one, error of partial omission. We are having here the explanation for that as well. See, I will tell you what exactly error of com complete omission means and error of partial omission means. See, when a transaction is completely omitted from recording in the books of original entry, when or both the aspects of the transaction are omitted to be recorded, then it is called as error of complete omission. For example, credit purchase of goods from Madan 15,000 not entered in the purchase book. See, this is what complete omission means. One of the transaction which you have taken place, just I will write this entry over here. That time you will get an idea. Means completely you are missing one of the information. That time what happens over here? Here this kind of omissions, the errors are taken differently. Credit purchase of goods from Madan, rupees 15,000 is not recorded in the purchase book. So this is one of the example for error of complete omission. This, see, remember the things. This is what completely one transaction is not recorded in the books of the in the purchase book. Completely, you have purchased goods of rupees 15,000 from Madan. Okay, this is Madan, the person. You have completely purchased goods of rupees 15,000 rupees, but it is not recorded in the purchase book. We call this error as a error of omission, error of omission, or else error of complete omission. The two types which are been given. So this error we are going to call here. So remember the first point, the first error. There are two types of errors of omission. One is called as a error of complete omission. So this is one of the example which you have purchased the goods from this Madan, but you have not recorded in the purchase book. This kind of errors we call as a errors of omission. Even here we are having over here, as you can see, when a transaction is completely omitted from the recording of the in the books of original record, it is called as error of omission. Means I have taken separately one of the example. Even here we are having, see, credit sales. Here I have taken the purchase, here it is credit sales. Credit sales of Mohan rupees 10,000 not recorded in the sales book. Obviously credit sales, credit sales to Mohan rupees 10,000 not recorded in sales book. So this is one of the error. So this is completely based on which one? This is totally errors of complete omission. We call these kind of errors on complete omission. I will get one more part of that error of partial omission and will conclude for this today's class. So I got a warning for 5 minutes. Let's see. So one more. when the further continuation for that, when the recording of transactions are partly omitted from the books, it is partially omission. See, some of the time it will not be taken the whole, but one part of the information is missing. That time it will be the partly. This is whole completely. This what you have seen. It is a complete omission. It is completely a error of omission. Okay, then partially you can see in the above example, credit sales has been duly recorded in the sales book, but the posting from the sales book to the Mohan's account has not been made. It would be the error. See, as you can see, just assume that this is been recorded in the sales book. Okay, remember the point. Credit sales of Mohan is rupees 10,000. Leave this point. This is what credit sales of Mohan rupees 10,000 is recorded in sales book, but not posted in ledger. We call it as a partial omission. That's it. Have you got the idea about this? What errors we find over here?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
was the
sir.
first we took the complete omissions, and then this is what the first one. The credit sales of the Mohan rupees 10,000 is recorded in the sales book, but not posted in the ledger account. So it means what? Partially. Means one part of the entry of the transaction which has taken place is been not recorded. So for today's session, this much is enough, and we'll be discussing further the next concept in the next session. Okay.